Twitter at Money FM Zambia or
visit www.moneyfmzambia.com to watch, stream, and download various programs from anywhere in the world.
Money FM.
Work your plan and find your way all the time.
He goes to say, you know what, I'd rather just listen to Money FM and it ends there. And I'm looking at him like, oh, nice. Zambia's first business talk radio. Money Evening News. Money Evening News.
In your financial indicators today, Tuesday, 15th March 2022, the US dollar is buying at 17 kwacha 58 ngwe and selling at 17 kwacha 91 ngwe. The Great British Pound is buying at 22 kwacha 92 ngwe and selling at 23 kwacha 36 ngwe. The euro is buying at 19 kwacha 35 ngwe and selling at 19 kwacha 72 ngwe. The South African rand is buying at 1 kwacha 16 ngwe and selling at 1 kwacha 18 ngwe. Those are your financial indicators. News headlines. Government allocates 930,154 kwacha for recruitment of 11,200 health workers.
An allocation amounting to 930,154 kwacha.
LUSAKA-based company fined 30,000 kwacha for dealing in herbal medicines without marketing authorization.
I wish to confirm that the LUSAKA-based company fined 30,000 kwacha for dealing in herbal medicines without marketing authorization and 15,000 kwacha for placement for sale of herbal medicines at a place other than a pharmacy.
France ambassador to Ghana says ECOWAS single visa will boost Ghana's economy. Zanaco head coach says the team has little time to prepare for matches.
There hasn't been much, especially if we are having a game over the weekend and playing a game on Sunday. We don't have so many days.
Hello and welcome to the Money Evening News on Money FM. I am Best Jerry. Minister of Health has disclosed that government has allocated 930,154 kwacha for the recruitment of 11,200 health workers countrywide in order to transform the health sector. In her ministerial statement to Parliament, Sylvia Masebo says once recruited, the 11,200 health workers will increase human resource to 75,038, representing 54% of the approved establishment, thereby enhancing healthcare systems. Ms. Masebo reveals that the country currently has 63,838 health workers against the required 139,590, leaving a gap of 75,752, which represents 52% of the approved establishment.
Allocation amounting to 930,154 kwacha to equitably employ and deploy 11,200 health workers countrywide in a bid to transform the health sector in real terms and achieve universal health coverage. The ministry will utilize this process to normalize through promotions some of the long-standing challenges. Some eligible senior resident doctors that have been receiving salaries of junior resident doctors will have their plight resolved through this recruitment process. Some of the registered midwives that have been receiving salaries of a mere registered nurse will have their appropriate salaries also resolved. The specific numbers shall be spelled out in the advert this month of March.
And Ms. Masebo has disclosed that recruitment of the 11,200 health workers will be decentralized through the Civil Service Commission. Therefore, all applications shall be made to the respective district health offices to avoid separating families.
Government, through the Civil Service Commission, will decentralize the recruitment of health workers. It is envisioned that the Civil Service Commission should advertise the recruitment of the 11,200 health workers within the month of March 2022, taking into account that effective date for Treasury Authority shall be 1st April 2022. All applications shall be made to the respective district health offices. The details of the application modalities shall too be contained in the advertisement. The decentralized recruitment process will help in aiding separation of families.
Southern Africa Development Community Parliamentarian Forum, SADC-PF, says chief justices, magistrates, and judicial officers are essential role players to eliminate malpractices relating to public financial management. SADC-PF Secretary General Boyemo Segoma explains that the aforementioned write judicial precedents which become binding on lower courts and can even overturn judgments. Ms. Segoma has emphasized that a need for public financial management to come into the judicial radar, for further progress to be made on the local model, and for domestication to be triggered at the appropriate time. She says the forum recognizes that democracy will continue to live and thrive as long as the judiciary lives and stands as an insurmountable rampart against threats to good governance.
Public financial law cannot be achieved in a single day. However, there is a need to start somewhere and to set the legal machinery into motion, particularly by engaging those who hold the government in terms of gender roles. Chief justices, magistrates, judicial officers who are essential role players to eliminate malpractices related to public financial management. Hence the engagement results today. You write judicial precedents, which become binding in lower courts and can even overturn judgments. There is thus a need for public financial management to come into the judicial radar for further progress to be made on the local law and for domestication to be triggered at the appropriate time.
We take a short break. We will be back. Stay tuned.
For business on the go, visit www.moneyfmzambia.com to watch, stream, and download various programs from anywhere in the world.
A Lusaka-based company has been fined 30,000 kwacha for dealing in herbal medicines without marketing authorization, and an additional 15,000 kwacha for placing for sale herbal medicines at a place other than a pharmacy. Zambia Medicines Regulatory Authority, ZAMRA Public Relations Officer Ludovic Mwape tells Money FM News that this is in a matter where the authority took John Marker Herbal Products, Cosmetics and Food Supplements Limited to court for conducting business without authorization, contrary to Section 39 of the laws of Zambia. Mr. Mwape says on 11th March 2022, the company was convicted and fined 45,000 kwacha to 2 counts by the magistrate court. He has warned all those who commit similar offenses to ensure that only herbal medicines registered and have marketing authorization are placed on the Zambian market.
The company has been fined 30,000 kwacha for dealing in herbal medicines without marketing authorization and 15,000 kwacha for placing for sale herbal medicines at a place other than a pharmacy. This is in a matter where the Zambia Medicines Regulatory Authority took John Marker Herbal Products, Cosmetics and Food Supplements Limited to court for conducting business in herbal medicines at shop number 7 in Showgrounds, Lusaka, without authorization contrary to Section 39, subsection 1 and 3, and selling herbal medicines at a place other than a pharmacy contrary to Section 44, subsection 1 and 66 of the Medicines and Allied Substances Act number 3 of 2013.
Political news, powered by Money FM.
This is Money Evening News at 17:30. And now political news. An opposition political party has advised political leaders to look at what legacy they will leave for the nation following the passing on of Zambia's fourth Republican President, Rupia Banda. New Heritage Party President Chishala Kateka has since urged President Hakainde Hichilema to rule the nation well as the current steward over Zambia by being focused on doing the right thing in order to leave a good name and legacy. Ms. Kateka further says former President Edgar Lungu shall be looked up for wise counsel and help unite a nation deeply divided as the only surviving former head of state. Still to come is international and sports news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You are still listening to Money Evening News and now international news. Ambassador of France to Ghana, Ms. Annie-Sophie Ave, says a single visa for the Economic Community of West Africa States, ECOWAS, can increase tourist visits to Ghana and spur economic growth. Ghanaian Times reports that currently, tourists coming to Ghana need to get a Ghanaian visa before they enter Ghana, but Ms. Ave says a unique ECOWAS visa will be a game changer. The ambassador of France was speaking in an interview with the Ghanaian Times on lessons Ghana could learn from France to develop its tourism sector and tackle climate change. Ms. Ave says a tourist with the ECOWAS visa, especially citizens outside the West African sub-region, can travel to Nigeria, Burkina Faso, Togo, Liberia, and other ECOWAS countries without stress. For more of such stories, join us for Africa Business Report at 0845 weekdays. Official figures show that Britain's pay squeeze deepened at the start of the year as wages fell in real terms at the sharpest rate for more than 7 years. Sky Business News reports that according to the Office for National Statistics, ONS, average earnings stripping out bonuses climbed by 3.8% in the 3 months to January, up from 3.7% the month before. But the increase are not keeping up with inflation, now at a 3-decade high and expected to intensify as energy bills rise in the spring and the Ukraine war adds to pressure on global commodity prices. For more of such stories, join us for Global Business Report at 1750 weekdays. This is Money Evening News at 1730.
Money Sports News. Money Sports News.
In sports news, Zanaco Football Club head coach says there has not been enough time to prepare the team for tomorrow's Super League match against LUSAKA Dynamos at LUSAKA's Nkoloma Stadium due to a congested fixture schedule. In an interview, Kelvin Kaindu says the team has only had recovery sessions since Sunday's CAF Confederation Cup match against Al Ahly Tripoli of Libya. Kaindu states that the team will now shift its focus to the league, which will determine their chances of bouncing back into continental football next season. He adds that the team will still be playing for pride in the remaining two CAF Confederation Cup matches against CS Sfaxien of Tunisia and Pyramids of Egypt.
Coming from having a game over the weekend and playing a game on Sunday, you don't have many days for you to prepare the team. You have to go into the recovery session and just prepare the team for the coming game over the weekend. We didn't have so many injuries from that game. I think almost everybody was available for selection. It becomes tricky for us to still have hope. I think we had planned that probably victory on Sunday was to give us a bit of hope, but looking at the way the other teams have accumulated those points makes it very difficult for us. But I think there's still pride that we need, I think, to finish strong also in the last two games that are remaining in the Confederation. Of course, the shift now comes to the local league. I think team to be in the Champions League or in the Confederation is probably the way we finish in the local league.
Zanaco will tomorrow visit LUSAKA Dynamos for a Week 27 Super League encounter slated for Nkoloma Stadium. Australia has grabbed the key wicket of Imam Al-Haq after setting Pakistan a record 506 runs to win the second test in Karachi. Pakistan were 18-1 at lunch on the fourth day with Abdullah Shafiq unbeaten on 14 and Aja Ali 3 on a low bouncing and turning National Stadium pitch. France 24 reports the hosts need another 488 runs to win the highest successful fourth innings run chase. Chase in Test history is 418 or more likely need to survive 5 sessions for a draw. Australia resuming their second innings at 81-1, battled for just 26 minutes at the start of play to add 16 runs before declaring on 97-2 when the wicket of Manas Labuschagne fell. As we end the news, we look at the headlines once again. Government allocates 930,154 kwacha for recruitment of 11,200 health workers.
The new Dawn administration has set out an allocation amounting to 930,154 kwacha.
LUSAKA-based company fined 30,000 kwacha for dealing in herbal medicines without marketing authorization.
Fined 30,000 kwacha for dealing in herbal medicines without marketing authorization and 15,000 kwacha for placing for sale herbal medicines at a place other than a pharmacy.
France ambassador to Ghana says ECOWAS single visa will boost Ghana's economy. Zanaco head coach says the team has little time to prepare for matches.
If we are coming from having a game over the weekend and playing a game on Sunday, you don't have many days for
For these stories and more, be sure to visit our website on www.moneyfmzambia.com. Follow us on Facebook, Money FM Zambia, on Twitter and Instagram, Money FM Zambia. You can also download our Money FM app from App Store and Google Play Store. And for marketing, contact us on +260-967-865040 or 0211-252-237. Thank you for listening to Money Evening News. I am Best Jerry. Good evening. This is Money FM.
Money Evening News. Money Evening News. Global Business Report. Get global, go global now on Global Business on Money FM, your business radio.
United States banks will keep a toe in Russia despite wind downs. United Kingdom will pay households $456 a month to host Ukrainian refugees. China reports more than 5,000 COVID-19 cases in 24 hours, an all-time high.
Global Business Report. Get global, go global now on Global Business on Money FM, your business radio.
It is 17:54 Central African Time, and a warm welcome to Global Business Report Tuesday edition with me, Best Jerry. Several of Wall Street's biggest banks, according to sources, are planning on keeping a limited presence and holding on to banking licenses in Russia for the foreseeable future, even as they wind down their broader operations in the country. Reuters reports Citigroup Incorporated, JP Morgan Chase and Company, and Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated, the three Wall Street banks with the biggest Russian exposures, have said in the past few days that they plan to pull back their businesses in Russia following the country's invasion of Ukraine. The sources say the banks will continue to have staff and operations on the ground as they work to extricate themselves and some of their clients from contractual obligations. COVID cases are rising in Europe, with an increasing number being attributed to the prevalence of a stealth subvariant of the Omicron strain. CNBC reports COVID cases have risen dramatically in the United Kingdom in recent weeks, while Germany continues to mark record high daily infections with over 250,000 new cases a day. Elsewhere, France, Switzerland, Italy, and the Netherlands are also seeing COVID infections start to rise again, aided and abetted by the relaxation of COVID measures and the spread of a new subvariant of Omicron known as BA2. The United Kingdom will pay people to open their homes to Ukrainians fleeing the Russian invasion as the government moves to deflect anger over its response to the fastest growing refugee crisis in Europe since World War II. Al Jazeera reports the government says the new scheme called Homes for Ukraine will let refugees from the war come to the UK even if they do not have family ties. The United Kingdom will pay people £350, about 456 United States dollars a month, if they can offer refugees a spare room or property for a minimum period of 6 months. We take a break. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned.
Global Business Report. Get global, go global now on Global Business on Money FM, your business radio.
Welcome back. China has reported 5,280 new COVID-19 cases, more than double the previous day's tally and the highest daily count since the start of the pandemic. France 24 reports, according to the National Health Commission, the northeastern province of Jilin was worst hit, accounting for more than 3,000 cases. Since the coronavirus first emerged in the central city of Wuhan in late 2019, China had successfully suppressed large-scale outbreaks through its strict zero-COVID strategy, which involved hard lockdowns that confined huge sections of the population to their homes. The Queensland government has ordered 2 separate investigations into the state's Office of the Public Trustee after a Four Corners report revealed exorbitant fees and dire financial mismanagement. Australian Broadcasting Corporation reports public trustees are supposed to protect the finances of people with cognitive deficits caused by such conditions as dementia, brain injury, or intellectual disability. Queensland Attorney General Shannon Fentiman says she takes the stories featured in Four Corners very seriously and described them as difficult to watch and uncomfortable viewing. Thank you so much for joining us. Be sure to join us on Wednesday for another Global Business Report. This has been Best Jerry. Stay tuned.
Global Business Report. Get global, go global now on Global Business on Money FM, your business radio.
This is Money FM. Welcome.
A pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity. An optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for listening to the Money Evening News. Hi, Esther. Esther Kavik. Long time. Happy New Year. Give more Jerry. Apostle. Thank you for tuning in. We'll have our news again tomorrow at the same time. That is for the evening news, but for the other bulletins, we have the 12:45, and then we also have the morning one, which starts at 06:50. So don't miss that one. Hey, Letitia Kasi Chibwe, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, it's a pleasure to have every one of you. And those of you that will just come in to listen to our news, God bless you. Enjoy our news. We will always be bringing you our evening news here all time. Thank you so much. Good evening and bye-bye. And hey, YouTube, don't worry. We'll not forget you. I was just talking to our Facebook friends here, and then we get to YouTube. Wow, okay, we have to improve our camera quality. Thank you so much for watching our Money Evening News right here on Money FM Radio. Tomorrow, the same time, let's tune in. Remember to subscribe and leave your comments there. God bless you. Good evening. Bye bye. This has been Best Jerry.